Good evening everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So here today we are going to be deriving our quadratic equation. For the quadratic equation is given as ax² plus bx plus our c. So we are going to be using our completing the square. So this is how we derive. So what you do is, as long as you look at the coefficient of x², there should just be 1. So therefore you are going to divide your a throughout like that. So let's say should be equal to 0. So we are going to cancel like that. Then what we are going to end up with is our x² plus our b over a x, then plus our c over a should be equal to 0. From this point we are going to apply completing the square method, of which we are going to say that we have our x² plus our b over our ax, then get half of this number. So how you get half of this number, you are going to say that your b over a, if you want you can be able to just put a 2 here. That is how we get half of that, just by introducing a 2. But many might be used to 1 over 2 like that. Then this number, square it. So whatever you square, whatever you introduce this, the addition of this, you introduce the negative of this. Our b over our a times 1 over 2, we square. So that when you subtract this value minus itself, it will give you 0. It's more like this will not be there, this will not be there. That means to say mathematically you haven't changed any meaning. Then we have plus our c over our a, which is equal to 0 like that. So from there what we are going to do is that we are going to say x² plus our b over a. We are going to simplify some things. Then b times 1, it will give us b. 2 times a, it will give us 2a. Then we have our squared minus our b over 2 times a, it will give us 2a. We square this as well. Then we are going to take this value the other side. So we are going to say should be equal to negative c over a like that. So when we do this, what we are going to have is where you are adding, you are going to put, since this has got squared and this has got squared, where there is addition you can put them in one bracket. So you are going to say x plus your b over 2a like that. Then you square this. Then what happens to this value is that you are going to ignore like that. So that value you are going to ignore it. Then we are going to have should be equal to our negative c over a. This value goes the other side like that. So when it goes the other side, it will become positive. Since it's negative, positive our b over our 2a. Then it is squared like that. So from there we are going to say, let's simplify this value. So we have firstly our x plus our b over our 2a. Then we have squared should be equal to negative c over a. Then we have plus our b squared over, so this 2 is distributed, it will come here, it will come here. 2 squared is 4, a squared is a squared like that. So it will be distributed throughout. From there we are going to take our common denominator. So we have our x plus b over our 2a. Then we are going to have should be equal to, common denominator is our 4a squared. Then if we 4a squared divide by 4a, it will divide by a, it will give us 4a like that. 4a times c, it will give us a negative 4ac. Then we have our 4a squared divided by 4a squared, that's a 1. 1 times b squared, it will give us plus our b squared like that. So from there, so here we have a squared. So from there we can have x plus our b over our 2a should be equal to, so if you look at this, we can just begin with our positive. So we can say b squared minus our 4ac, then over our 4a squared. From here, we are going to now introduce the square root so that we can eliminate this power. So introducing the square root on both of these values, we are going to find that this square root cancels with the square there. So we are going to have, so immediately you introduce the square root, what happens this side is you are going to have plus or minus. So we are going to have our x plus our b over our 2a should be equal to plus or minus the square root. Now the property of a square root is that you can write the square root here and write the square root. It's more like it's distributed also. So we're going to have b squared minus 4ac like that. Then over, even here you write the square root of 4a squared. It's still okay to write like this. So we are going to have our x plus our b over our 2a should be equal to plus or minus the square root of our b squared minus 4ac over, we can also distribute this square root throughout. It will be the square root of 4 times the square root of a squared. You can do this according to radicals. So we have a plus or minus the square root of our b squared minus 4ac. Then over the square root of 4, taking the positive is 2. The square root of a squared, this and this power cancel. So we are going to have 2a like that. So our x plus our b over our 2a will be equal to that. Taking this value the other side, we are going to be having something like x should be equal to, let's just take it here. So it will be minus, since it has crossed the equal sign, b over our 2a. Then we have plus or minus the square root of our b squared minus our 4ac. Then over our 2a. So if you look at this, the common denominator is 2a. So we can be able to say our 2a like that. Then if this is our common denominator, this and this divide. So we are going to have negative b plus or minus the square root of our b squared minus our 4ac like that. So this is our x, which is how the quadratic equation is. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you would like, subscribe, and share for more. See you in the next tutorial.